The Land and Facilities Management Committee meeting for November 19th, 2025 is called to order. Roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. LaFont?
Here.
Mr. Wright?
Here.
And Mrs. Fertitta?
Here.
You have a quorum?
Thank you. On item 2, letter A, to receive a report from Ingrid Williams on Hurricane Ida projects. Ms. Williams.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So Golden Middle, we'll start with the re-roof project. It is, we have some miscellaneous wood trim to finish, one of the last things. They submitted the contractor submitted a credit for that, but we rejected the credit. And asked them to install the roof and the trim. So it's just some wood trim around there. That's one of our last things. And once we get that done, we will do substantial completion and hopefully wrap that one up. So building 4, 5, and 10 done. Y'all had a substantial walk yesterday, so we are getting ready to issue the substantial completion for that, which will start the 4 to 5 day clock to wrap that up. So all of that went well, almost complete. That's buildings 4, 5, and 10, which was the renovation work on the gym, cafeteria, and the field house.
Yes.
Field house.
We
And
had a
so
punch list with 0 items. First time.
I heard.
Oh,
So yeah, that one went pretty good. And then for the new classroom addition and the repairs to buildings 1, which is the main building, and building 2 is about 8% complete. The pad for the new classroom building, the surcharge for that, the new building pad is around 85% settled, and so that's progressing pretty good. And the demolition in building 1 is ongoing, but they're coming to completion on that, so it won't be much longer before they finish the demo, and then they can start with the renovation work. So, and they submitted a pay up yesterday, so we'll send that to you tomorrow.
Any questions for Ms. Williams? Comments?
The dirt's looking really nice, very nice dirt pile. Mr. Martin and I actually got to walk through building 1.
Oh,
We
good.
were in the gym for the veterans program at Golden Meadow Middle and asked for a little walkthrough, and there were a lot of people
A lot of
actively
people
working,
working,
so it was
yes.
very good to see progress.
Yeah.
Happy to walk through that dust.
Thank you, Ms. Williams.
All right, thank y'all.
On to section 3. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Item 8, to receive a report from Doug Dorsey on the HVAC replacement project at Cutoff Elementary School.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Dorsey is out tonight, so I'll speak to this. The Golden Meadow HVAC replacement unit is in substantial completion. We're doing a little bit of fine tuning with the balancing of the fresh air unit with the existing units. We're hoping to have that wrapped up any day now, and then we'll start the 45-day lean to completely close it out.
You said Golden Meadow.
Cut off. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you.
I was still on Ingrid.
No questions from Mr. Dorsey. Section 4, New York, NY and Associates, receive a report from Mike Busso on the Hurricane Ida South Lafourche High School and Central Lafourche High School athletic field repairs. Sure.
Hi, good evening. Mike Busso with NY Associates. Good evening. NY did all the athletic fields for both Central and South Lafourche High School. And as you may have seen in prior reports, they've been substantially complete for about a year. But one thing that FEMA was holding up was the concession stands and press boxes at the baseball and softball fields. That was approved, and everything started about 2 months ago. The date of substantial completion for those projects now is the end of the year, December 31st. They're on schedule. I think I'm going to have them put up a couple pictures here in a minute, but South Lafourche may go a little bit over that, just with their punch list items and things like that, but everything will be done by baseball season. All the softball work is actually done. This is just the 2 baseball fields that still has some work going on. At South Lafourche, they drove the piles. It's very poor soil there. They had 65-foot piles that went in the ground. The building will be good and sturdy by the time it's up.
Did
Uh,
you say 65 feet?
65-foot bomb, just so. It's it's a two-story CMU block building too, because of the fact that it's in the flood zone there. Central is different because of what's on the flood zone. So the next slab, you'll see they have the slab poured, all the underground is in, and they're starting block work next week on Monday. That should go fairly quickly, so I think you'll see a building out there pretty quickly. It'll start to look like something that's really happening. Over at Central, that's the new stands that have been there for a year, and then you'll see the press box rising up above it. There's the stairs are all in. They've already done the interior work, and they're just waiting on the green metal panels and the windows, which are coming in a week. So that should be all done probably in the next week and a half to 2 weeks. That's another shot on the backside with all the stairs going up to it. It's pretty high up there because it gets above the view of all the stands. I think the contractors are affectionately calling it the deer stand, so y'all may want to lock it up over the holidays. And that's it. That's the general update. So if you have any questions, there is, I did note on there was only one change order that's even been brought up, and that's the large oak tree that you see at Central. Big branches were growing into the footprint of the building, so we had to cut that back some. So we probably will present something just to get them to trim that tree back.
That's what we need to try and do in that building. I have to do something with that tree. Thanks, Mike.
Any questions for Mike, Ms. Musso?
No, thank you.
You will make many of my constituents very happy.
Yes.
In both North LaRose area that goes to South Lafourche and the Central Lafourche area. Thank you very much.
They will be there for baseball season. Both contractors have a show.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.
Section 5 from Gossen Holloway Cortez. First, to receive a report from Justin Cortez of the St. Charles Elementary School Classroom Addition Project.
Evening, board members. So this will be a quick one because we are issuing substantial completion right now for the building. It's a partial substantial. The project's not complete, but the building is complete. We received occupancy from the fire marshal last Wednesday. We walked with him. Everything's been cleared up with that. Everything with the building is completed. We coordinated on site the other day with the contractor and the movers with the principal. So I think over the Thanksgiving break, they're going to make the transition into the building, and hopefully good weather, no hiccups with that. And we do have some items to talk about as far as change orders and extending the days, just so the contractor has time to complete all the site work that has to be done after the modular building in the back gets moved out. So I'll just hang on for questions once we get to that.
That brings us to item B, to consider a change order request for the St. Charles Elementary School Classroom Addition Project. Mr. Chairman.
Yes, the recommended action to the board is to accept the change order request in the sum total of $19,525.08 and to add 269 days to the St. Charles Elementary School Classroom Addition Project.
So move, Mr. Wright. Second, Ms. Petita. Any public comment? Any board comment? If not, let's vote, please. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you. Item 6, Sherman Bruce. Item A, to receive a report from Daniel Bruce on various repair projects.
Daniel Bruce is running late. Mr. Bob and Mr. Utley will speak to some of those. I'll speak to the transportation center one. That is construction proceeding along on schedule and on time. Mr. Owen's not here, but we are still expecting completion early January, maybe into mid-January. But that project is moving along.
I'm giving the report on South Lafourche High School. The school, they have basically almost completed the 900 hall, which is the second floor of the two-story area. And they are completing that and should be through that early in December. And then they're looking to go ahead and start on the 800 floor, which is on the first floor. And the kids have access to the second floor through routes not affecting. So no problem. They're doing 800 next. They're all staged and ready to start as soon as they finish installing the equipment there, which is where they're at on the 900th floor, 900 area. And then they'll move it directly into the 800. And that's basically what they're doing right now, trying to get that area completed with all the new cooling equipment. Any questions? Okay,
Thank you very much. Item B,
Mr. Bob will
I'm
speak
sorry,
to
Bob.
the.
Okay, I apologize, Bob.
That's okay, sir. So Golden Middle Lower is substantially complete. So they're done, punch list, a few items remain, closeout documents, but we in the 45-day lien period. So that one will be closed out relatively soon, so.
Thank you. Item B, to consider bids for the Bayou Blue Elementary School Hurricane Ida Building 500 demolition project. Mr. Jeremy,
Yes, sir. Recommended action is to accept a low bid from HFL Demolition LLC with a base bid of $92,000 with a design fee of $11,543 for a total project amount of $103,543 for the Bayou Blue Elementary School Hurricane Ida Building 500 demolition project.
so moved, Ms. Fatita, second, Mr. Wright. Any public comment? Any board comment? If not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Moving to item 7, item 8. To receive a report from Blaze Duprin on various repair projects. How y'all doing?
Okay, the first project I have is the repairs to the multiple school locations. At this point, I think the majority of the work is completed. I think we kind of reported the same thing from last time. They were waiting for the holidays to do flooring in some of the schools. That was really the only work that they had remaining was flooring in the schools. So they're scheduled to start doing some of the flooring next week during the Thanksgiving break, and they're going to do the remainder of it during the Christmas break.
That's Career Magnet Center, Raceland Upper, and Central Lafourche.
And then with that one, I think they have a couple of change orders. One is for the removal of some flooring from the scope, and then upgrading other areas of flooring in those schools. And there's also a change order for some plumbing work to install a sink at South Lafourche, which was in unforeseen condition. I think the existing plumbing line was corroded.
Which brings us to item B. Consider a change order request for the Lafourche Parish School District Hurricane Ida Multiple Locations Project. Mr. Chairman.
Yes, the recommended action is to accept the change order request in the sum total of $34,558.81 and add 28 days to the Lafourche Parish School District Hurricane Ida multiple location projects.
So move, Mr. Wright. Second, Ms. Petito. Any public comment? Any board comment? If not, let's vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Thank you.
So the only other two projects I have are the Central Lafourche and Thibodeau High School field house roof replacements. The field house roof at Thibodeau High has been completed. We actually met today at Central Lafourche this afternoon. The contractor has some materials on site, and they're anticipating actually starting with the work on December 1st, right after Thanksgiving at that site. The last project would be the auxiliary gym repairs at Central Lafourche. We just got contracts back, so we're going to get that recorded, and I'm probably looking at a notice to proceed being issued for the second week of December on that job.
All right, thank you. Any questions? Thank you, sir. Item 8, Castagnos, Goodwin, Utley Engineers. Item A, to receive a report from Robert Utley on the Lafourche Parish School District boiler replacement project. Mr. Lee.
Good evening. This is for replacement of boilers at 3 different locations that we're changing out here. We took bids on it and we came within less than 1% of the amount that was that we allocated for this job. So we were really good on lucky on the pricing. I'll be real honest with you. You're not gonna get that close without luck coming in. But we did have one problem in the fact that the low bidder, which was $1,000 difference, so we're not talking about a big amount of money, used the wrong bid form, and because of that, we could not accept his bid. So we went to the next higher bid. They've all been informed. The person that turned in the wrong bid form and acknowledged the addenda where the bid form had been changed, but he still used the old form. So we ended up having to pull that bid, and we went with the next higher, which was $1,000 higher, and that's the Dove Group. Any questions on this?
And that brings us to item B, to reject the low bid from Boutique Construction due to the use of an incorrect bid form, to accept the bid from Dove Group LLC with a base bid of $410,000 with a design fee of $44,848, for a total project amount of $454,848 for the 2025 boiler replacement project. Mr. Sheremy.
Yes, just a quick rundown. This is gonna include one boiler being replaced over here, one boiler and a pump at W.S. LaFog Elementary School, and 2 boilers being replaced at the Rose Cutoff Elementary School, and we recommend you accept the correct bid.
So move, Mr. Wright. Second, Ms. Tatum. Any public comment? Any board comment? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carries. Which brings us to item 9, Royal Flores Positary. Item A, to receive a report from Andy Positary on various Hurricane Ida repair projects.
All right, good evening, everyone. I've got 4 quick reports tonight. They're all for information only. I'll start with the Central Lafourche, CM Washington, and Thibodeau High School project. As you recall, that project is significantly in a liquidated damage situation. We reported last month that Mr. Amity's office has been in contact with Cotton's legal representation. We sent a letter a while back notifying that the owner was going to carry out the rest of the work and we were going to remove it from the contract. There were 3 stipulations that we put in the letter. They agreed to 2 of the 3, and the third one we're negotiating, which is the hiring of an independent third-party tester to test the coating that's on the steel that we observed some failure with. And so I know Mr. Amity's office is in contact with Murphy Foster's office, who is Cotton's attorney, to agree to the independent third-party tester. So I said a lot to say that there hadn't been any work done this past month, but as soon as that person's agreed to, I think we have made our recommendation with John's concurrence, and so we're just waiting for attorneys to agree on that. So that's the short answer on that one. The next project, are there any questions, I guess, on this project before I go on? If not, the next project is the demolition of Bayou Buff Elementary School. This project is essentially completed, and we've actually deemed it substantially complete back in August. But I'm holding it open right now and just reporting tonight. We're still waiting on that one little credit change order. And so before I give my final report, there will be a credit change order coming back to you. So I'm still waiting for that number from the contractor. It's for some electrical equipment that they removed from the site that they weren't supposed to remove. So we're just going to ask for a monetary equivalent for that equipment. So as soon as I get that, I'll be back, and that should close out that one. The third project is the new Bayou Buff School. Contractor has mobilized on site. They drove a series, I think 4 test piles. We selected one of those piles to do a pile load test on, so that's underway right now. I should get that report pretty shortly, but the contractor is on site. If you've been out there, you probably see a bunch of little flags on the ground that are marking the remaining piling. So they're in the process of laying all that out. We're going through our administrative stuff, reviewing submittals and all that. So far, so good.
Not 65 feet, right?
I think it's a little bit shorter.
Okay, just checking.
And the last project is just the 10 various sites project. It's been a while since I reported on that. Again, all of the work here is completed. We are working or doing our final determination. If you recall, this project is also from being completed or was completed by Cotton Construction. And this project was also in a liquidated damage situation. So we'll be doing a final tally on that. But the work's done. There was one little punch list item that we'll need to verify, but other than that, they've since left the site. We'll just need to close the books on that, so to speak. So, with that, I'll take any questions if you have them.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Bring this to item 10, Bado Engineers. Item A, to receive a report from Michael Bado on the Lafourche Parish Stadium repairs.
Good evening. So for the stadium repair project, the contracts have been signed by both the contractor and the owner. We held a pre-construction meeting last week. Notice to proceed will be issued December 1st, and so work should be starting shortly.
That's great. Any questions, Mr. Bado? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mike.
Item 11, to receive a report from Bob Bernard on all Hurricane Ida recovery status. Mr. Bernard.
We're only down to 2.
I know.
Wow.
Get your done.
Good job. A one-page report. Look at that.
I already scratched out one because Mr. Guizon took care of it. So chair and ROTC at South Lafourche is one remaining. We did get the chair number finalized, and we agreed to the number, which came out to $776,000 ballpark. And that's a capped amount because it wasn't a FEMA 50. So that money is going to be used to build the new chair building. But keep in mind that does include soft costs, so that's not just for construction. It'll be less than that. Probably in the ballpark of around $500,000 for construction, and then the soft cost covers everything else. ROTC, that's a FEMA 50, which FEMA has agreed to. We're waiting on, I think Daniel finished some revisions to the floor plan. We needed to send to FEMA just to clarify some things because we did increase the square footage a little bit, mainly because of code compliant ADA type stuff, but I think we should be good on that one. And then Bayou Blue Elementary Building 500. This one is close to being finalized by FEMA as a cap project. It's looking like it's going to be around 2.1 million as a cap number. We are going to go back to them because they only had, they had 50,000 in demolition for that building. Prices came in at 92, we just found out. So we're going to go back to FEMA to get the difference, the 42,000. So it'll be added to that capped amount. And then upcoming bids, tentative. ROTC chair, we're hoping we'll get FEMA answer determination and then be able to bid this in the spring of 2026. And then the mansard roof at Central, which was part of the Ida damage that we took from Cotton that we need to bid out separately. That's going to be, hopefully we'll advertise sometime in December. Okay, and then Bayou Blue, the library is still to be determined pending FEMA. Okay. Good? Any questions?
Right. Yeah, come on, picture. That's good. Yes, we have.
Thank you, Bob. Now move on to new business. To receive a report from lead accountant Shasta Chasson with reference to ongoing project budgets. Chasson.
Good evening. With our 2 construction funds, the 2017 bond has a total referendum of 19.9 million. The total budgets for these projects are 19.9 million. Actual spent to date with encumbrances total 17.9 million, and all funds are obligated. The 2021 bond total referendum is 54.1 million. The total budgets for these projects are 54.1 million. Actual spent to date with encumbrances total 47.5 million, and all funds are obligated.
Any questions for Ms. Chesson? Thank you. Item B, to consider amending the lease of land agreement with E.D. White Catholic High School for Ford Field. Mr. Jeremy.
All of the pictures so you can see the thing. The recommended action is to amend the lease of land agreement with E.D. White Catholic High School, originally executed December 1st, 2024, to permit the construction of a javelin runway and throw-in area within the leased premises, with all costs, maintenance, and liabilities to be the responsibility of the leasee and subject to the same indemnity, insurance, and compliance provisions as the original lease.
Motion, Mr. Wright. Second, Ms. Petito. Mr. Martin.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Robichaud contacted me a few weeks ago. I just wanted to update the board on some things that are happening with the property. The Luke Ford Field, as it is now called, has a sign on it that is not the permanent sign. He's going to have a wrapped in brick, more permanent sign done. So what you see now is a temporary sign to signify the name of that field. The original plan was that he was going to put a black wrought iron fence around the perimeter of the property to make sure people don't go on it. He had a difficult time getting the city to buy off on the plan. They wanted him to put it so far back that it was going to prohibit the use of the field properly. They needed some kind of 40-foot variance from the road, and it wasn't working. So he's not putting a fence. He is going to upgrade the sign, and he has a parent who has a kid who's apparently a very good javelin kid, and they're paying for the concrete to go down with like a little track surface thing on top of it. I didn't know a javelin runway was a thing. I thought it was a patch of grass that you ran on.
That's very money, yeah. But you just outline with paint or
Right,
something.
right. You just cut the grass a little shorter, but this parent wants to put concrete. The school acknowledges and knows, should the property ever be yielded back to the board, that all of the concrete upgrades have to be removed. This is a small concrete running pad to throw a javelin on the existing leased property. That's what it's on.
You have a comment. I did see some vehicles parked on that property.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to stop that, but that was one of the definite things that we said that could not happen. And there were 5 or 6 vehicles, and it's okay now because it's dry, but when it's wet. So I think we need to get back to the drawing board and find out.
I did talk to him about it. I don't want to interrupt you, Ms. Petita.
No.
He is attempting to address it. He did put barricades out to stop it. He's talking to his families. I will also tell the board, certainly not taking sides in this, before they were leasing it.
People parking. That's correct.
It was kind of a community parking lot. I think it's actually better now than it was before, but I will certainly relay our concerns.
And he did put some signs, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But first thing you know, okay, this is one road. Next thing you know, they're going to be 2 roads, and then they're going to be 3, and it's going to be stormy, and we're going to have ruts.
That is correct. And I did want to tell the board that I did speak to Mr. Robichaud extensively about the parking. I was at a football game in this area a couple of months ago, and it was really good to see the community using the Thibodeau Middle School parking lot that's now well lit up, and it's got a place where you can get them off the grass, not hurting anything. It's fantastic. So I think the more that the community gets used to using the circle drive-through and the parking lot that's now available, hopefully that gets lessened.
I hope so, because that was part of our agreement.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Ms. Babbitt.
So this is in conjunction with that, but I just want to say that the Thibodeau Middle School green space looks beautiful. Like when you back out of the driveway of the school board building, especially at night, and you look across and you see the lights and you just see everything, you know, that project is something that's close to my heart because, you know, we kind of saw it through from groundbreaking to end, but it absolutely looks beautiful. So just really glad to see that we've gone through and everything is what we imagined it would be.
And I hear that from the community all the time. The school is absolutely beautiful. The ground, I mean, it just makes my heart feel good too, Tina, that the community sees it that way. And I'd like to keep it like that.
Any other comments? If not, before we adjourn, I would like to wish everybody.
We need to vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much. Before we adjourn, I'd just like to wish everybody involved with the school district a happy Thanksgiving and our community a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks to all who participate, and you all have a safe holiday. Thank you.
Thank you.